G'day everyone, day one of Sword Convallaria, and boy was it fun. I actually had a great time playing this game today. We haven't fully completed everything we needed to, so we are going to grind a little bit more, but I thought it was very important to get this video out there just to give you guys some tips for your own progression. I will probably end up re-rolling again because this wasn't the exact pool of units that I was looking for, but just for today, we're going to run with this. One thing I want to talk about today is what do you need to complete in one day? So the very first important thing is to make sure you do all your daily quests and make sure you're logging in. So we already completed one of these, but once you log in after 8 AM, you can get some energy. The other one is once you log in after 4 PM, you can get some more energy. You also need to make sure you click down here to get the rewards. Mostly it gives a Voyager EXP as well as the last one giving some Luxites. Luxites is your pulling resource, so make sure you do it. There are a few codes out right now. I'm going to link them in the description below, so if you haven't already put them in, make sure you do. To find out where you do that, you just need to go into your tab here, go into your settings, depending on what you're playing on, and then you just click here on the redeem code and you enter it just here. Next thing on the list is the event tab. So if you go down to events down here, there's a lot of different events that you can make sure you're getting all the free rewards from. The one I think you need to keep an eye on is the Promise of Secret Fates. Every 10 levels, you're going to get some summons, so you can get some freebies here. The one thing I haven't liked so far actually is, I don't know when daily reset was. So the game has already reset once, and I had no idea when the next reset was. I found it down here. So on the daily and monthly check-in, you can see when the next refresh is. So this is when the game will swap over to the next day. I do honestly think that they should move this to the daily quests as well, like somewhere in here, just a timer, just so you know when the dailies are ending, but hopefully they add that in the future. I already completed it, but there was a survey down here on the main page for 150 Luxites. It just helps with getting some more pulls. You can complete that as well. The other thing that you can do is in the shop, there's some packs you'll be able to buy. So one of the packs was in this section. You'll also unlock ones every time you level up, which is really nice. There was nothing else in here unless you're going to spend on the game. So what is the most important thing you need to be doing on day one? It's the Fool's Journey. So once you get in, go in, complete the prologue. It's quite simple. Take your 5 favorite characters, or if you're re-rolling, take your OP characters. You know what it is. And then go into chapter 1. You should be able to complete everything up to 1-16 quite easily. Now, I stopped at 1-16 because then after this, I went to start working on my Voyage Momento. Now, we were able to complete phase 1 very simply. All you have to do is click on this. It'll take you to the other area in Voyage, which is Crossing Worlds. And in the Crossing Worlds, you're going to be able to get stuff you need to upgrade your characters. Okay, actually, one of the biggest things is you may not be able to auto some of the stages. If there are bombs, if there are traps, if there's specific things on the map, some of your units might kill your other units. So, for example, Beryl is someone I would keep an eye on. She tends to try to kill my whole team. When it's her turn, I would take it off auto, manual her, and maybe go back to auto. Back in the Voyage Memento, guys, this is something really, really important that you all need to pay attention to. You don't actually need to complete the resource section at all. What you can do is go down and complete the develop section, and this will actually unlock everything in here for free. So if there's anything in here, you don't need to focus on it. Just go down and complete the develop section first. The impact section is very simple. You can go complete that as well. And that's pretty much the biggest tips I can give you for that. I'm going to show you guys real quickly just so you know that it works. So the 2 things I have to do now is upgrade at least 5 characters to rank 3 and upgrade at least 1 defender character to rank 3, which I have. I'm going to do Mytha. Okay, so we go into Mytha and we go up to her rank, and we're going to take her to number 3. If you're not too sure what skills you want to take, you don't have to accept them right away. You can actually just leave it like this and come get it later. The other thing I recommend doing is look for guides online. A lot of people have good recommendations on what skill sets they have for each character. I personally am going to read the skill and see which one I think is better, and I'm going to go with that. So apart from skills, the only other thing I want to talk about is maybe team composition. Having a healer was actually really, really beneficial for me. I wasn't able to tank a lot of the stages, so having Nightingale, who's my designated healer on this account to keep me nice and healthy, felt really, really important for clearing some of the harder stages. Honestly, it hasn't been too difficult just yet, but we're going to get that point where we will need to, you know, step back, work on our characters, come back, etc., etc. So as you can see here, we upgraded Mytha to rank 3. I didn't actually select her skill just yet, but we've upgraded her to rank 3, and then look at this, we got all the resources as well, which is going to give us more stamina pots so we can keep pushing through the main scenario, and everything is looking great for us. We're going to claim all the stuff in here. There's no point waiting. The next step is going to be this repeating situation of you going to push the scenario and then going to level up your characters in the Crossing Worlds, then going back to the Fool's Journey. That's right, it's called the Fool's Journey. Sorry about that. So it's just this repeated process of you going to Fool's Journey, crossing worlds, Fool's Journey, crossing worlds, powering up your characters and pushing further and further along in the game. Now, eventually you are going to hit a limit of how much energy you have left in the day. Luckily, I still have a few stamina pots. Now, what am I going to do once I finish doing all my grinding and stuff? We're going to go and do some of the Spiral of Destinies. This is where you go once you have nothing left to do, okay? So when you've spent all your energy, you've done your crossing worlds, you're stuck in the scenario, you're stuck in the Fool's Journey somewhere, you're going to come back and spend some time in the Spiral of Destinies. This will give you some freebies. It's also, in my opinion, the most fun part of the game. But I'm still waiting for the PvP to come out, so I could be looking forward to some PvP as well. Who knows? We'll see how well it is implemented into the game. And we also have the guild system as well, so a lot to look forward to. Okay, so at this point, what am I doing? I'm probably going to keep rolling. I personally am looking for an account with Gloria, Beryl, one of Cole or Nonowil, Inanna, and Magnus or Alexei. This is my ideal account, so I am going to spend some time re-rolling for it. I don't recommend you to do this if you have limited time or if you just want to have fun in the game. Eventually, we're going to get a lot of resources just by playing, and you don't want to hard cap yourself anyway by not doing all the dailies, getting all the freebies. The longer you re-roll, obviously, the more free resources you're missing out on, but you will catch up in the end. There's one more thing I want to talk about. I'm not too sure how beneficial it is, but this is my plan at this very present point. I'm going to mostly just maximize one of each kind of unit. So right now, I'm going to focus on a Defender, a Seeker, a Breaker, a Darkness, and a Watcher. So I'm going to do one of each, and then I might drip down to some other things if I need it specifically for clearing certain content and whatnot. That's going to be my plan for this present point in time. We're going to come back and do day 2. I'll let you guys know how it's all going. Hopefully we can push. Hopefully we get another account, actually. Hope we get an absolutely busted account, so then we can just start working on that one. But honestly, having fun, really enjoying it. Don't get too confused, guys, that at the start you might think, oh, I've done like, you know, 4 or 5 stages of the prologue and I have no more stamina. Use your stamina pots, okay? Trust me, you're going to get a ton more. I've probably used about 6 or 7 stamina pots at this point, and you can just keep using them. It's fine to use them early in the game because what we're essentially doing is try to push as far to maximize our gains, okay? So don't worry about using your stamina pots. Just go ahead and chuck them out. Okay, so we haven't finished day 1 yet. We've got so much more grinding. This game has honestly been such a blast so far. I am loving it. I'm going to keep pushing hard. If you're interested in following along with me, if you're interested in the progression guides that I'm putting out, make sure you give a like and subscribe. I'm going to keep playing this game. I'm going to keep putting out more stuff. That's all for this one, fellas. Peace out.